Hello and welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another unboxing video. Today we're going to talk about the Cycling CX242 cycling shoe. Now these shoes are in the competition last. And there are several lasts, a sport last and comfort last, competition last, and race last. I might have covered them all. But these shoes are a shoe that I sell quite a bit to folks with bunions, deformations, that's what's on their ad copy, wide and narrow feet, or high and low insteps, so flat foot, those kinds of foot dimensions. But one of the things that I always like to show folks, and I end up using my unboxing videos when I need to show a prospective customer my why I'm recommending a certain shoe to them. And in this case, I have referred them to a previous 242 video. But let's talk about that right from the very beginning, because this shoe, it could help a lot of people that are out there. This shoe in particular is a wide version, so it does give you some perspective. But this is the big thing about this shoe. Each one of these panels articulates separately. And hopefully that is in focus and you can see that. I'm using the white shoe because it'll show up better than a black shoe. And I want to show you underneath here, this is what they call a new foam material. And many of you already have running shoes. And the gentleman, when we were doing the foot measurements, I looked at his running shoes and I said, the 242 is going to be just like this. So if you have a running shoe and you're familiar with what that feels like, this is just a very soft mesh type material. So it's very breathable as well. So it's antimicrobial as well. But you see this foam material, it literally feels like a running shoe in the sense that it's so comfortable. And then each one of these windows has been strategically placed for, like, let's say, someone's got a pinky toe that got a bone protrusion of some sort. I had a customer who had that. So not the bunion on this side, I forget what it's called, but it was on the other side. Then all along here, also another opening, and here another opening, right? So each one of these openings allows for this mesh material underneath to be able to expand into that relief zone, right? So here it is. If you got a bunion, you probably will be very happy with this. And then the carbon reinforced straps here to provide still. All right, so you need room in the front. So this is the challenge sometimes. You need the comfort, but you need stability as well, because just because you ride a shoe like this doesn't mean you're not interested in performance as well. So now you have, like, this panel here will give it some structure and some strength, and you have this panel on this side, right? So on the upper part here, you're going to get really good support on the shoe, but then on the front part, where most people have most of their issues, you have the new foam material, and you have the flexible, individually articulating panels. You also get, on the back here, you get a heat moldable heel counter. So this is a thing. For example, I get folks that say, I need the extra room in the front. And then they try the shoe on and their heel is slipping. And I'm like, well, the thing is, if you step up to the next level of shoe, you'll get the moldable heel counter. So you'll get the room in the front, and then you can kind of heat mold this heel portion to be more secure on your heel. So now you have the room in the front, you have the straps to provide support here, and then you have the heel counter in the back. So you have a very good, if you want to ride it as a performance shoe, you know, the Last is designed as a very high cadence, high pressure type Last, right? So more toe tilt, heel. So this is just a fantastic shoe. 100% carbon fiber sole. So with a lot of shoes, you get kind of like you get the scrap material, scrap carbon material, and then they make a sole out of that. But you're getting a high quality sole here. Now I don't want to remove this sticker because I want the customer to experience the brand new shoe. But underneath here is an amazing, what I call a bullseye for bike fitters. You've got all these little tick marks so you can perfectly place the cleat and then remove it, replace it for the life of this shoe. The upper can be either genuine leather or microfiber, Clarino microfiber. So the white and the black are the genuine leather, and then the gray and the reflective one, that would be the microfiber. So some folks, you know, if like, let's say you're a vegan and you don't want to ride a leather cycling shoe, you can get the Clarino microfiber, right? So Lake is thinking about you in that respect as well. So that's cool, right? Now the gentleman that we ordered these shoes for, he's coming off of a old CD shoe, which, you know, it's a bathroom slipper now. It offers, in my opinion, hardly any support. And he's not used to BOA dials, or I shouldn't say not used to it, he just didn't have them. So this will be an interesting thing because now he can adjust it. So his straps, they are, you know, like a Velcro strap, and it has like the rubber kind of teeth that will mesh into each other along with the Velcro. Well, the Velcro's gone, the leather strap. So he has to like totally pull the strap over for it to actually secure his foot. So yes, Velcro straps used to work in the past, buckles used to work in the past, but you can't do a micro adjustment. So those of you who have not ridden with BOA systems, like where have you been for the last 20 years? But the BOA system allows you to cinch it down and then just back it off one notch or forward a notch. It's just a very, very adjustable system. Now, I've also got lace-up shoes, and I love my lace-up shoes. But if you wanted to have a BOA system, this is a good way to have it. Now, in my opinion, BOA systems are great. The only issue I have with my shoes, it's the same BOA dial, the Li2, I believe it's called, is they come apart a little bit, and I'm constantly re-cinching them down when I'm riding. But other than that, it's really good. Now, anyone who has not ridden BOAs, I get this question all the time, and it's important to mention that your BOAs, I've never broken one in, I don't know how many years of riding BOA systems, and how many miles and miles and miles, you know, over 10,000 miles per year. So, I mean, I ride my stuff. I've never had a BOA system break, but I guess they do. And when they do, you could either get them from Lake or you can get them from BOA. So it's no big deal. You just have to know the model of your shoe, and then you could do a search, or, you know, contact your local bike shop or your local Lake shoe dealer and get a replacement set of BOAs. Now, personally, I like shoes that have replaceable heel pads. So underneath the stock insole, and then underneath a protective patch, there is a screw in there and you can replace the heel pad, right? So we're just going to put this guy back in here. And you've probably never noticed, but there are some ventilation holes here, or drainage holes. You may get stuck in the rain and all the water that's going into your shoe can now drip out the bottom, right? You have your insole in the middle, but water finds its way. It will get out of your shoe at some point. And also keep in mind that this is more of a mesh upper. So yeah, your feet will get wet if you ride these in the rain. So hopefully you got some good shoe covers, right? But I just think this is a fantastic shoe. Also on the front end here, you got a toe bumper. I absolutely love a toe bumper. I wish more of Lake cycling shoes would come with a toe bumper. I don't know what the additional cost is. I don't know what the additional manufacturing process is, but it really saves the front end of your shoe because you're stepping into your pedal or you may be hitting your front tire or something to that effect. So I loves me a toe bumper, right? Let's spend just about 1 minute talking about the moldable heel counter. So you can do this at home when you receive your shoes. 200 degrees Fahrenheit or about 95 Celsius. You preheat the oven. Let it go for at least, 10 to 15 minutes. I personally recommend that you get yourself a remote thermometer or an independent thermometer from what the oven may tell you, and then you just put your foot in it, take the shoe out of the oven, put your foot in it, and kind of mold it away, right? So just a really quick, it's beyond the scope of this video, and Jess and I did a molding video, so there's another video on the channel about that. It was a Christmas special, by the way. And lastly, let's talk about pricing. So the tariffs have impacted just about everything in the cycling world because just about nothing is made in the US. A shoe like this, the quality of this shoe, or even like the quality of the CX442, it would just be twice as expensive to make that shoe here in the United States. So these shoes are imported and there's tariffs. So this shoe, I believe, used to be $3.99 or something like that. It's now, what is it now? $429.99. So it's a mid to high end priced shoe, but with all the features on it for the person who has been suffering from foot pain, ride after ride after ride. They can, they're out 20 miles and that's as far as they can go because their feet are hurting so bad. Any price at that point is worth it if you can now ride your bike comfortably, because you should be riding your bike comfortably. You should not have any foot pain. You should not have any perineal pain. You should not have numb hands when you ride your bike. All of those issues can be addressed either with equipment, bike fit, or both. Right? So your contact points with the bike, you should be comfortable. As an ultra cyclist, I don't have any aches and pains when I ride my bike hundreds of miles. I have fatigue. I've been exposed to the elements, heat, cold, dehydration, whatever. But I don't have pain on the bike. So please, if you have pain on your bike, you should be visiting your local bike shop or an experienced bike fitter to address some of these issues, because you should not be uncomfortable or, dare I say, have pain while you're riding your bike. Numbness also, you shouldn't have any of that. You should just be nice and comfortable on your bike, whether it's 2 hours or 20 hours. You should be comfortable on your bike. And again, the only thing that you will feel is, well, I've been on the bike for 20 hours. I've been exposed to these elements for 20 hours. Or I've been pushing, really hard and I'm just tired. I'm fatigued. But you shouldn't have any pain. Well, anyway, I will have a gentleman coming in to try these shoes on. If he is amenable to me shooting a video of him trying them on, then we will do that. Otherwise, this is an unboxing video, and maybe I'll get a review from him after he's gone out and ridden for a while. Or, I don't know, we'll do something. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you watch my channel, you know that this is not going to be fancy edits and cuts and music and all this stuff. This is a very organic channel. If I have a few minutes to shoot a video, then I shoot a video and I talk about the product. And another thing, I often say on this channel, I ride what I sell and I sell what I ride. I don't ride this specific model, but I do ride lake shoes because, in my opinion, they are the most comfortable or supportive in the sense of the CX403 because of this, just the amount of support it has. In fact, with the with the recent addition of the black CX403s, I now have all the colors. I have the white pair, the purple pair, the blue pair. Yeah, these. Oh, and I have a pair of pink custom-made CX403s. These are incredible shoes as a company, right? They address so many of the foot issues of my clientele that I sell more lake shoes than any other shoes in this store. So, yeah. That should be a testimonial right there. I ride them and I sell more of these to my customers because it takes care of their foot issues. If you're interested in getting a pair of lake cycling shoes, please contact me directly. That's revcycling@gmail.com. Rev, R-E-V. Oh, I'm not wearing my shirt, my business shirt. Rev, R-E-V, cycling@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Over 75% of you folks who watch my channel are not subscribed. Please subscribe, and please send this video to a friend who has some foot issues, and let's get that friend, or even yourself, let's get you comfortable on your bike. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you up the road.